Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to be going over NanoBanana, which is Google's new image AI feature. So you can start editing right away and you can see that there's a location for the images. You can put up to 9 images as well as a description. And starting out, they usually give you 2 credits, but that's not that much. If I go over to the subscription plans, there are a couple different tiers. However, if you have a GivenTree Lending Gmail account, then we have the Pro Gemini already provided for you guys. And NanoBanana is actually integrated within Gemini. So make sure that you have 2.5 Pro selected, that you are on the GivenTree Lending Gmail account. It says Pro, and there will be a button here at the bottom that says Create Image with an icon of a banana. I'm going to go over a couple use cases where this application could be useful for loan officers. Let's say we have an outdated headshot. So Alex, I'm going to use yours as an example. We want better images and let's ask for 10 different options. Give it some time to generate and it should provide you the images. Now, again, this is a new AI feature, so it won't be perfect. You can see that there are a couple repeated images. However, some of them do look great. Let's use another example. So last week, Rogner shared an article that trigger leads are no longer going to be a thing that Donald Trump has signed. And let's say we want to create a post out of this, stating here that I want an Instagram image for an article to give me 5 options, and the link is pasted below. It's going to give a couple options in text first, and then I asked it to provide the images. The first round of images is okay. They're not my favorite. They seem a little on the weak side. If anything, I probably wouldn't use any of these. So let's figure out a way to improve the output. This is where I start cross-referencing different AI programs. And so you can use Gemini, but I'm asking ChatGPT to give me a prompt that will work for Gemini NanoBanana. I specify what application I'm going to be using and what type of content that I want. And again, I'm posting the link. And similar to Gemini, it gives a whole list of different ideas. But for the first one, I'm just going to copy the general prompt. Okay, they are a little better. Again, not my favorite. I wouldn't use any of these still. So let's try pasting the more specific instructions. The output for these are a lot better. I definitely would use one of these, maybe even multiple, but this is just an example to show that sometimes if you don't have a starting image, NanoBanana can struggle coming up with images. And so in this situation, just providing the link didn't work, but using ChatGPT to generate prompts for NanoBanana seemed to work. And the more specific we got, the better the images were. This here is another example where I'm going to be uploading an image with a multitude of different images. I'm going to ask NanoBanana to combine them and generate me images. I said, here's a character mood board. Give me 5 character designs based off the information. Just like before, it's going to give a little prompt and I ask it to provide the images. And it's designed different characters based off that character mood board. A more use case for you guys would be creating interior home images, maybe for articles or for the backdrop of videos. Same thing, I uploaded a mood board of an interior space and it generated me 5 interior space images. And they all look pretty okay. The most common use case will be uploading an image that you found online, and instead of using editing tools to tweak it, you can just give prompts on what changes you want made. We have a post called Funded Loans. It's pretty straightforward. It's just images of a house, of the home that you funded. However, sometimes finding aesthetic images of the home can be hard, or there are certain things in the image that you want removed. This is a great opportunity where you can upload old or outdated or pixelated images of the home and ask NanoBanana to improve them and maybe add certain features that would accentuate the beauty of that home. In this example, I'm just going to show you what small things you can add and how well NanoBanana is able to handle those changes. I have an image of a home and I'm asking it to adjust this image. I want the time of day to be sunset. The house and the driveway, I want to change into red bricks and also include a large tree in the front. Maybe some hanging lights and a for sale sign with a real estate agent. And let's see how NanoBanana handles this. So it looks like we got the red bricks, some lights, the large tree, and the for sale sign, but no real estate agent. I said I want the sign to be a bit larger and also to make sure to include the agent. And That's how they include it. So, no, it's not perfect. It still gets the job done. So same thing I said, remove everything, make it Christmas themed, and this one seemed like a good job. So like all AI programs, you're gonna have to play around with it for a while in order to know what its limitations are and what its strengths are. In this next portion, I will go over some of the things that it struggles with. And the main things that it struggles with is text and dimensions, as well as revisions. So in this example, I'm asking it to remove the white background for the title at the top and make the text white. I don't want the emojis. I want the chart to be more noticeable, and I want to change the format from a square to a Instagram rectangle, which is a 9 by 16. Something additional that I asked is for it to add a magnified portion at the end. And you'll see that it changed almost nothing. Text is the same, emojis might be gone, that little circle is added, but the dimension is still the same. So again, asking it to make another set of revisions, going in a little bit more specific, but reiterating some points. And it made it a little better on the text portion, not the dimension, and not the magnifying glass. And this is where things get a little tricky, where as you ask it to make more changes, it will start to revert things that it already changed that you approved. And I'm pretty sure you guys have experienced this with ChatGPT or even Gemini, where after talking to it long enough, it starts forgetting or what we call hallucinating. And so um, I tend to start a new chat and try again with maybe a better description on my end if it seems like NanoBanana is struggling. But typically, if you're at the second, third revision, it's going to start to break down. Again, I recommend trying again from a different chat. So yeah, this video is just to introduce you a new feature called NanoBanana that Google has integrated into Gemini. It is specifically for image AI generation. I've shown you the use cases and the pros that a loan officer can use this tool for. However, I've also gone the issues that you might face and the cons of NanoBanana. If you have any questions, reach out to me and I'm more than happy to jump on a call to help you out.